So I am live at North High School with Adrienne today. We're in the city year team room. We're not going to do a full tour because there's some students in here right now, but we're going to just do like a brief one. This is the team room. They have loads of space. I can't turn while recording. So this is like a pretty big room, but you share, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we share with another AmeriCorps program.
Which one?
It's called CYC, Colorado Youth for Change.
Cool. But you have a lot of space. And what is some of this stuff that's up?
So we have our team values, we have our appreciation station over in the corner.
Oh, yeah, is that the... Cool.
And then we have each individual boxes that we need to get done.
Is that your GSD board?
Mm-hmm, that's where our impact manager puts stuff down that we need to get done. And then we just have a lot of values and goals and mission statement up.
Yeah, so similar to a lot of the other schools. So. Okay, cool. So before we get started with our questions, if you want to just tell people like where you're from, where you went to school, if you want to throw in like why you sit here and like what grade you work with, and maybe an overview of your schedule.
Okay, so I grew up in Brighton, Colorado. I went to school, Brighton High School, and then I went up to Colorado State University in Fort Collins, Colorado, and I graduated last May with a bachelor's in Human Development and Family Studies with a minor in Spanish. And I chose to serve because I think it's very important to provide our students with people who look like them, especially because when I was growing up, I didn't have anybody to look for. As a first-generation student, it was really hard to navigate my way through high school and college, so I felt like it was important to give back.
And what grade do you work with?
Oh, I work with 9th grade, and I'm in an English class.
Okay, cool. And do you pretty much stay in that classroom like most of the day?
Yeah, halfway through second semester, I was placed into a bio class as well. So I do bio for first period, and then the rest of my day I do English with the same teacher.
Cool. And then, like, what time do you guys first do final circle here at North?
So we final circle at 7:20, and we final circle at 5:20.
Okay, so you have a solid like 7 to 5. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah, we do morning greeting from about 7:30 to about 7:55, and then we have those 5 minutes to get to class, just like the other students. And usually, we're out there like, come on, let's go to class, and we just go upstairs, go to our classes. Here at North, we have 2 off periods each that go with our teachers. So like the off periods that our teachers have, we have them off as well, which is really nice because when we prep for class or we have to like debrief something that happened, we both have the same time to do it, and it's really nice. And they're each 15 minutes. Each period is 50 minutes here at North. The schedule's actually going to change next year, where they're going to have two lunches instead of 1 lunch.
Oh, like splitting the kids up. Okay. Cool. So, on that, what makes your school unique or special? Besides the fact that North is the only school we've served in since we started, too.
Well, yeah, we're the only high school here at City Year Denver, and I just think the kids, the opportunities that the school offers the kids and the staff that work here are just so incredible. I've had a really, really fun time getting to know all the professional staff, and like a lot of them will have my back, and they're like, oh, don't worry about this, don't worry about that, and I just love the connections we've made here.
Yeah, there's a good school culture at North. I think I posted an article about it for some people, but if I didn't, I'll find it again.
Well, and this year there's our soccer team here at North, the boys soccer team went to state.
Oh, cool.
They got 2nd place in the state.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And they played over at the Dick's Sporting Goods field.
Yeah. Cool.
It's really cool.
And then what was I going to ask? There was something. Oh, I guess you talked about like opportunities and services. Like what kind of things do they have here at North that are well established or really effective?
Well, they have City Year.
Yeah, that's true.
First of all, I think just like the variety of classes. Like, they even have a film class where you get to watch movies and digest what's happening in film. And I know they even have a Native American language class that you can take.
Oh, wow.
It's really diverse, just like choices that the kids get to have, which is really nice because as you're growing up, you know, like, and if you go on to college, you get to pick your own schedule and all that. So it's really cool. And then they also have connections with where you can get community college credit as you go up to upperclassmen. Yeah, and they have like JROTC. They're like really good. A lot of kids here at North are involved with it. They wear their uniforms every Thursday. They're on different teams like rifle or color guard, and they go and compete. Like, we have a team that's going to Washington D.C. in a couple weeks. Yeah,
That's cool. And then maybe what are some challenges that you're either working on now or things you've overcome this year? Like, how have you resolved any of those, or like what's something that challenged you this year?
At the beginning of the year, I didn't have my DPS email, which is the email that all the teachers here at North and the principal and administration staff email to. So I was sometimes like out of the loop, or like I would have to have a teammate tell me that had their DPS account. So that was a challenge, but luckily I wasn't the only one on the team that didn't have it.
Yeah, there was like, is it Tots? We had like, some trouble with everybody. They like lost some of the papers we sent in for emails, but
yeah.
I mean, was there anything like with your team or service or something that's been challenging? I guess maybe something you could control.
Something I could, no, I think this year I haven't had really much trouble. My partner teacher is really great. I have my bio teacher, Miss Mia, she's really cool.
That's awesome.
And then I have my English teacher. I actually have 3 teachers in one classroom for a couple of periods because some kids are on IEPs, so individualized education plans. So we provide another teacher, but they're all really supportive, really cool, and one of my teachers just shouted me out on North has a really cool culture where they do like shout outs all the time, and
like recognition.
Yeah, recognition. I haven't really had any challenges. I mean, besides just adapting back into like the high school. Like, I always tell my kids, "Oh, I'm doing high school all over again."
Yeah, I guess. Well, that's great. Maybe, and you don't have to have an answer for this either. That's okay. But I guess I just talked to some people and they were saying like, I didn't know how hard this year would be, even if it wasn't like a challenge. Is there anything that's like felt harder, I guess, than you thought it would be? Maybe even if it wasn't like a challenge.
Well, I mean, I think because I live at home and commuting can sometimes get hard and stressful because there's sometimes traffic, because I live back in Brighton. So sometimes when I come here, I have to leave a little earlier. When I leave, it takes a little longer to get home, but a lot of my teammates do commute as well. So, and the challenge with that is that we all don't really get to hang out a lot like other teams that I've seen, but we still have a really good connection with each other.
Yeah, that makes sense. We talked about that, and I didn't mean to lead you into that, but that was probably a
that's
good
okay.
time to talk about the commuting, since I told you someone asked in the survey about like what it's like to commute, and that's true. Your team is pretty spread out in that way. So like if somebody's thinking about commuting, like what tips would you say, or would you suggest they try not to if they can? Like what do you think?
I would suggest try not to, but I mean, it's not the end of the world if you have to. I live at home personally because I have my little brothers still, and I look after them after I get off of city year. So that's the reason why I stayed home. And rent can get a little crazy here in Denver, but if you really look, like you'll find something that's reasonable. And honestly, if you live closer, like, you have more downtime for yourself, instead of waiting in traffic. But usually when I drive home, I listen to podcasts that my teammates suggest. Like Alex here has some really good podcasts that he has recommended to me, and I've listened to them. Or other city year members I've asked around. A lot of people like podcasts in city year, which is really cool because I wasn't into it before.
Yeah.
Now I really am.
Are there any, like, education or, like, political, well, maybe not political, but, like, are there any that are, like, education or social justice oriented, or are they more
Yeah, I
just about
listen
everything?
to the TED Talks, like the 1 hour TED Talks.
Okay.
Those are really cool. They're different subjects, so based off of what you like, you could pick and choose which ones.
Okay. Because some people also asked for, like, resources, which I got some. They were, like, interested in reading some stuff, like, education-based, but if there's any podcasts, so, like, the TED Talks, that's a good one. Cool. And then on the flip side, so not a challenge, but, like, what's been one of your favorite memories or experiences from this year?
I think my favorite part of this year of service has been the kids. They are just incredible human beings. Like, I never thought I could meet humans like them, like, connect with them, because they are 14, 15-year-olds that we work with specifically, and they're kind of like little brothers and sisters, you know. And it's really cool because a lot of them are Latinx students, so I, that I'm a Spanish speaker, get to talk to them in Spanish as well, and making that connection has been really cool.
Cool. And then, yeah, was there, like, anything else about City Year that you, like, think people should know ahead of time? I mean, you didn't relocate to serve here, so that's different than some of the other people I've talked to. Is there anything, like, unique about serving your own community or just service in general you want to highlight for people?
Yeah, well, my experience is unique because I am from Colorado, and it's cool because, like, when I started serving here, I had a lot of people like, oh, that's my alma mater, I went down to earth there, and I have friends who came here, so it's cool. Like, I even have someone, like, there's a teacher here who's like related to someone I know. So it's cool in that aspect. I think just really get to know the community and surrounding and what's happening in Denver, because it does affect some students who live here. And just get to know the area very well of where you're gonna serve would be my recommendation.
Yeah, and when you're saying, like, it does affect the kids, is that kind of like the gentrification we talked about earlier?
Yeah, there's especially here around North, and because Lake and Skinner are really close, and so is Chivista. A lot of the area around here is very gentrified, so a lot of the students have had, and their families have had to move further away. And we have students who come from Aurora on the bus and all that, because of school of choice. But just do your research, educate yourself on what's happening, because it does affect our students in the community.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, I mean, that's all I have. Is there anything else we should add? Okay. If you have questions for Adrienne, just comment on this video and she's in the group.
Reach out if you need anything. I'll be here.
Cool. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.